All right, everybody, buckle up because today we're diving into a story that's really going to tug at those heartstrings. It's about a dog named Blue who went above and beyond to save his owner after a really terrible accident.
It's an incredible example of the bond between humans and dogs. And yeah, it really highlights some amazing aspects of canine intelligence, intuition, that kind of thing.
So the story takes place in the Oregon wilderness, right? It's a pretty remote area. And our main character, Brandon, is out there with his 4 dogs. They're on a trip, enjoying the scenery, when suddenly
Yeah, things take a turn for the worse.
a major turn. His truck crashes. And I'm not talking a little fender bender here. This is a serious crash. The truck goes down a steep embankment.
Isolated area, tough situation. Definitely not the kind of place where you want to have a problem like that.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So Brandon's injured, he's trapped, and this is where Blue comes in, right? He's one of Brandon's dogs, and he just seems to understand the gravity of the situation.
Yeah.
And get this, Blue embarks on, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
A 4-mile trek back to camp to get help. 4 miles.
It's incredible, isn't it? I mean, think about the determination that took for this dog to navigate unfamiliar territory, driven by that pure instinct to save his owner. It's remarkable.
Totally. So while this is happening, Brandon's family's already out searching for him, thankfully, and they're kind of scouring the area when suddenly Blue shows up back at the camp, totally frantic, like he's desperately trying to get their attention.
And of course, they had no idea what had happened or where to look.
Right. But Blue leads them right to the crash site. Can you imagine that scene? They get there and they see this mangled truck, the result of, a 100-foot drop.
It's a miracle Brandon survived the initial crash at all.
Absolutely. And the rescue team, they deserve huge credit. They were amazing. But you have to admit, Blue is the unsung hero of this story.
No question. I mean, without Blue, who knows what would have happened? We might be talking about a very different ending. And, it also makes you wonder, here's Brandon all alone in the wilderness, right? Hurt, probably terrified, but knowing his dog was out there somewhere fighting for him, looking for
That
help.
must have been something. A comfort in all that fear.
Absolutely. It speaks to an incredible depth of loyalty, something that goes way beyond just basic sit and stay training. And, this brings up a fascinating question. Did Blue actually understand the concept of getting help? Did he grasp the need for outside intervention? It really makes you question how much dogs truly understand about our world, about our needs.
It's mind-blowing, isn't it? Their senses are so much sharper than ours. Earlier you mentioned scent. Can you talk a little bit more about how that might have played into Blue's incredible journey?
Well, we know a dog's sense of smell is thousands of times more powerful than a human's. I mean, think about trying to find a specific grain of sand on an entire beach. That's the level of detail we're talking about here. So it's entirely possible Blue was following a scent trail, even hours old, picking up on something we could never even imagine.
That's amazing. It really makes you appreciate your dog in a whole new way.
Yeah.
So for all the dog owners listening, what can we learn from Blue and his incredible act of heroism?
Well, obviously this isn't something you can exactly train for, but we can definitely nurture that bond, that bond that would make a dog go to such incredible lengths for their person.
So how do we do that?
Positive reinforcement, spending quality time with your dog, paying attention to their cues. It's all about building trust and understanding.
So really, it's about speaking their language. What an amazing story. I think my dog deserves an extra treat tonight just for being awesome.
Mine too. It's a good reminder that the human-animal bond is a truly powerful and wonderful thing.
It really makes you think, if our dogs could talk, what incredible stories would they tell us?